A very good afternoon from the Perth Hockey Stadium. It's a pleasant afternoon here in Perth. We've got a smattering of blue clouds above us. It's a little bit windy and a little bit grey with the chance of a shower, but not too warm, so perfect conditions for a game of hockey. And first up today, we've got Curtin University Hockey Club taking on Melville City Hockey Club in the Women's Premier 1 division. And at the beginning of the weekend, Curtin was sitting 5th, Melville was sitting 6th. And with the games that have been played this weekend already, those positions have changed. Curtin have now dropped to 6th place, Melville to 7th place, but it is very, very tight on the league table. So you've got Vic Park top with 25 points, Wolves second with 16, Wasps then third on 15, and then there's a whole bunch of teams. North Coast Raiders 13, Hale 13, Curtin 12 points, Melville 11, and UWA 7. And with only 4 teams making the finals at the end of the season, there's plenty to play for in this match if they want to stay in touch with the leaders. Well, we're going to turn our attention to the team lineups today. And first up, Curtin University. And the players, of course, to look out for in this match. It's going to be very interesting. Rach Lynch, the Hockeyroos goalkeeper, is going to be coming up against one of her Hockeyroos teammates in Jocelyn Bartram in goal for Melville City. So that'll be an interesting little sideshow between the two of those. But Kate Denning, wearing number 5, certainly a player to look out for. She is the player coach. Chantal Chilella always seems to get goals in matches. Chelsea Turner is not playing in this game. She's been replaced. Oh, sorry, Chelsea Turner is playing in one of the players to look out for. Also Sarah Branley, who the last time we were here filming was the player of the match against UWA. There's no Penny Squibb in the lineup we've got, or Amelia Horgood. Replacing them are Jessica Covino and Steph Birch, who'll be wearing numbers 26 and 35 respectively. Curtin will be coached on the side by Kim Walker, a 2-time Charlesworth medal winner in 2000 and 2005, and also former Hockeyroos herself. Turning our attention to Melville City's lineup, and as I mentioned, Jocelyn Bartram going head-to-head with Rach Lynch, and they'll enjoy that. But players to look out for them, they've got their 2 Hockeyroos players in Edwina Bone and Renee Taylor. Renee Taylor was missing at the start of the season, but she's back now, and a very big addition to the team lineup. Other players to look out for are their core players. Now, the core players are the ones around which the team is built, and Amy Clark and Naomi Evans are going to be 2 of the key players from their core group in this match. And they, of course, are coached by Matilda Carmichael, herself a former Hockeyroos player from 2013 to 16, who also played cricket for the Western Fury. So it'll be interesting to see how this match goes. Certainly there's plenty to play for. Our umpires for the match are Sarah Allenson and Luke Gamble, and hopefully we won't notice them, and that'll mean it's been a free-flowing game. I'm Ashley Morrison, looking forward to sharing all the action with you, and just going to give a few Cheerios out because Caitlin Nobbs of the Hockeyroos is playing for Curtin University, and I got a message in the week saying that Michelle Hagar is watching in New Zealand, Mark Hagar, who is watching in Great Britain, and then we've got Graham and Julia Reid and David John and her mum Lee Capes watching up in India. So there's plenty of spectators for this game around the world, and we hope that it is a good game and that you enjoy it wherever you're watching. So the toss just taking place down below, and looks like Eddie Bone over the moon that she's won the toss. And she's been a key player actually for Melville in recent weeks because she scored a last-minute winner twice, in fact, against Curtin actually in games. So she'll be one to look out for right until the final minute because she's popped up with crucial goals at crucial times. So just to recap on the results so far this weekend, Vic Park defeated Wasps by 3-0. Lions went down to North Coast Raiders 3-2. UWA, well, they went down by the same scoreline to Westside Wolves 3-2. And Hale, who of course were last year's grand finalists, they lost 2-1 to YMCC. A big blow to Curtin will be the absence of Penny Squibb because she's amongst the leading goal scorers in the competition, and he's also the leading goal scorer for Curtin with 7 so far this season. So it means that Chantal Chilella is going to have to really step up and get some goals. Harriet Collins of Vic Park, the leading scorer with 9. Steph Kershaw with 9. And Penny Squibb was third on the list with 7. So maybe Chalella, who's been the leading scorer for many, many years now, can pop up with a couple, and she'll be right behind the leaders. So it will be Melville in the maroon to get us underway. Jade van der Schwan over the ball. One of the up-and-coming young players in Western Australia, was part of their Hockey One League Thundersticks team. Just waiting for the 2 umpires. And in fact, I think we're waiting for Jocelyn Bartram to just get inside her goal. Just dropping a gear behind the goal to our left. So we're underway. And as I mentioned, it is in fact 6th versus 7th. And a win could lift Curtin right up there. They could in fact move into 4th place. As Melville on the attack straight away. Melville, on the other hand, would move up into 4th spot as well. So Curtin actually could go 3rd if they get enough goals. Inside the circle, desperate defending from Kirsty Denning. Melville trying to win the ball back. Good work being done there by Amy Clark. Into the circle, everybody was there, but no one able to get a touch. Perfectly placed was Kim Hocking, but just couldn't get the touch that her teammates wanted. It's a positive start by Melville. Curtin, who've been a strong team over the years, and they've given that away. Van der Schwan, top of the circle, into the circle she goes, just lost control momentarily. Free hit goes against her. I was just about to say that Curtin have always been perennial finalists, but with no promotion and relegation this season, they have given some of the younger players an opportunity as they look to maintain that consistency over the years ahead. Ricochets up in the air, Nobbs should get there, but just beaten to the ball in the end by Renee Taylor. Bursting forward, just a good touch across the baseline. It went behind Hocking again, but a good run from Nisa Flint. And they're not clearing it, and eventually a penalty corner comes the way of Melville. So what can they do with this? So the first real test for Jocelyn Bartram. Amy Clark makes her way to the baseline to inject. Eddie Bone waiting, and alongside her is Renee Taylor. Renee Taylor at the first battery, Bone at the second. They go to Eddie Bone. She flicks looking for the deflection, and it was trying to get it to Amy Clark, the injector, just by the front post, but she just overran it. It was a little bit behind it. I thought did well to get a stick on it and almost changed the angle, but it went the wrong side of the post if you're a Melville fan. So Nobbs again trying to dribble out of defence, surrounded by players in maroon. Storer just calming things down. Blair Beard now pushes it out to the right-hand side. Taylor intercepts over the 23 metres. Taylor still going into the circle. Played it into Nobbs, but looked a little bit high, in fact. I think Curtin lucky not to get a free hit. Storer, that was very well played. Lovely steal again coming that time from Amy Clark. There's so much at stake in this game as the season unfolds. And Curtin just easing the pressure, playing it out at the far end. And they'll now try and get up the field with a nice high press. Erin Hall playing it in from the side. Takes a touch, goes to the air. Nobbs brings that down and then creates some space for herself. Great awareness by her, knowing where the space was. was good play again, coming from Kate Denning, but unfortunately going over the baseline. So Eddie Bone, the first time we've actually filmed their Melville women this season. Should give her congratulations. During the COVID breakdown, she married John Shea and is now a married woman. They brought their wedding forward by a year, and coming into the circle there, again danger, but Melville not able to punish Curtin, and Curtin mopping up at the back. Wardrop was the player who looked as if she was going to get a chance to get a shot away. Beard goes out wide again, down the line it goes. This will be collected by Erin Hall into Bone. Bone playing it into the midfield. It should be claimed, but Van der Swan coming out to get that. Nobbs just trying to help that forward, Sarah Burns, but just ran over the sideline. Sneyman. A little bit tight there, but that was a lovely touch from Naomi Evans. Sachet Pillay leaving the free hit. One of the young up-and-coming players at Melville. Has a sister as well. She's the younger of the two. Played in the FHE Cup, which of course is the development cup that they're trying to promote here in Western Australia. Bone wins a penalty corner. So the second penalty corner for Melville. Big question is, can they convert? Scored 12 goals this season, Melville. 7 field goals and 5 penalty corners. So quite 50%, but not done too badly from the penalty corners. So coming from deep in defence is Bryony Clark to inject this time. And we've got Taylor again at the first battery, Bone at the second. Comes out this time to Taylor. Taylor flicks, good save from Bartram. Would know her well from training. Van der Schwan plays it in, across the face of goal. In the end, it was a good clearance from Kate Denning, but it's not gone outside the circle. Taylor just blocked again. I think it was Denning doing the good work once more, and a chance for a counter-attack from Curtin, although a lot of work being done. Oh, in fact, the pass has managed to find it. Turner with a good run, but unfortunately just ran off her stick over the sideline. Right, you didn't think there was anything possibly on for Curtin, but Turner was determined to get on the end of that pass. Another good pass forward, this time finding Hocking. Free hit given away. Gives me a chance to acknowledge some of the sponsors of the live stream as we approach the halfway point in the first quarter. No goals as yet. Healthway promoting the smarter than smoking message. Curtin University making tomorrow better, and CBH Group proudly investing in rural communities. Curtin were coming forward, intercepted there by Iona Patton. Curtin though get possession back again. Kate Denning plays it forward. Eddie Bone, and Lynch punches it up into the air. It was a sharp shot from Chilella. Through the legs it went into the circle. Free hit given just outside. Seemed to have just come off the foot of Sneyman. Nobbs has taken it quickly, gone the required 5 metres into the circle, tries to get it across and into the hand of Taylor. Lynch saves, and follow-up shot again from Chilella, this time going over the crossbar. And Renee Taylor is in a bit of pain as she comes off. Hopefully no broken bones or anything, and she is in a lot of pain down below us at the moment. And Paul Godoyne will be certainly hoping it's nothing serious. Here comes Nisa Flynn. Flynn wins a free hit just outside the circle. Amy Clark self passes, gets inside along the baseline, lays it across. Great save from Bartram that time. Just over the side it goes, off the stick of Rebecca Reville. Melville again applying pressure. About to go into the final 7 minutes of the first quarter. Good shape from Curtin though, holding it well. Holding their positions, and the mistake came, so it will be their ball from the side. Drilled forward by Sophie Johnston, but nobody there. It's just one of those games where you feel you've got to take your opportunities. Melville have created the better chances so far. And that pass just was asking a little bit too much of her teammate. Tara Porter playing it behind her. So it's a long corner now to Curtin. Left for Nobbs. Down the line. Another free hit just outside the circle to Curtin. Over the ball is Iona Patton. Nobbs again, drills it across, good touch, good cleaning up though as well at the back from Porter. Porter stays calm, dribbles it out of the circle and then over the side. So the pressure still able to be applied by Curtin. And unfortunately that just caught Branley's foot. Melville again look to create. And this right-hand side, over the side it goes. Taylor back on, good to see, but a really well-timed tackle coming that time from Burns. Taylor, though, gets it back, being chased by Nobbs. The two Hockeyroos players going head-to-head. Taylor just having to pull back, gives the ball to Bone. Melville now cutting in from the left-hand side. It was a good little run coming from Gemma Green. Once more, anywhere will do for Curtin, who are under immense pressure at the moment. I'd like to just thank again Normandy Foods, makers of gourmet provisions and platters, essentials, handcrafted in Western Australia, Motive Travel, independently owned with 45 years travel experience. Making the live stream of the Hockey Premier 1 games available in 2020. Nobbs helps it forward. Good ball managing to find Burns. And Branley and Father Johnston breaking forward. Blair Beard. Melville again. Van der Schwan collects it on a reverse stick. Did very well to bring that under control so easily. Very fast feet. Van der Schwan. And that's a well-timed tackle. And now there's a chance again to break forward for Curtin with Chelsea Turner. Really exciting young player. Confident as well. Looked to pass, then went herself, tried to play that in. But missed the ball. Caught Eddie Bone's stick. And you probably heard the groans from the crowd rather. So 3 minutes left in the first quarter. It's been lively. Had to make sure she played that was Patton because Pillay was behind her. Pillay gets a touch, steals it. And the free hit goes the way of Melville again. Seisha Pillay, maybe small, but she's determined. So Melville, can they get a goal before the first break? They're in a great position coming forward again. Ball just got left behind. Good tackle coming from Kate Denning. Pushes it wide now. Chance to come forward, Branley. Just unfortunately not happening on the sidelines for Curtin. It's just pushing it over the side. Taylor, acres of space, runs towards Nobbs. Pushes it through, and a good pass picks out Naomi Evans. Evans forced wide, got it into the circle. Good defence again from Beard, but Pillay collects it. Pillay's beaten Beard towards the goal. Bartram saved, looked as if it ricocheted, and it is going to be a goal. The opening goal before the end of the first quarter being scored by Jade van der Zwaan. And probably just rewards for their efforts in this first quarter. And a lot of credit for that must go to Seisha Pillay, because she was the one who stole possession off Blair Beard, played the ball across. Bartram's save, well, they wasn't helped out by the defenders, who need to be on the first rebound and clear the danger. They didn't manage to do so, and so Melville take the lead. So a long way to go, but that would lift Melville up the league table if they can hang on and get all 3 points. But this experienced Curtin side, you can guarantee that they will be coming back. And when you have a goal scorer extraordinaire such as Chantal Chilela, you cannot take your eyes off her. I'm not sure if you can pick up the banging that's going on in the background. There's a lot of construction work going on here at Curtin University. And so they're working hard over to our right-hand side. New precinct being erected. Storer just holding possession, goes to Nobbs, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. It's been an exciting one, opportunities at both ends, but so far only the one goal. Jade van der Zwaan breaking the deadlock in the 14th minute to give Melville the lead. And as we go into the first break, it's Curtin University 0, Melville City 1. Welcome back to the Perth Hockey Stadium, and thank you to all of those who've alerted me to the fact that I got the goalkeepers mixed up. My apologies for that, but Rach Lynch, of course, is in goal for Curtin, and Jocelyn Bartram in goal for Melville, and it was Lynch who was beaten, her save actually not being cleared by her defence after initially making the save. So my apologies for that, just a slight mix-up. Got carried away in the action. I think I was just so excited to see both of them out there going head-to-head. Got a message when I mentioned, obviously, Caitlin Nobbs' family and relations. Shane Tonkin, the former commercial manager for Hockey Australia, has messaged as well to say he's in lockdown in Melbourne, watching as well. So all around the country, people tuning in, and all around the world. And it's great to see Australia's arguably premier competition. And it's been brilliant this year that we've had all of the international players as Eddie Bone collects the ball. Comes wide this time to Bryony Clark. So Melville have really started this match well. The big question is, can they keep going? Good skills inside the circle. Oh, what a save by Lynch. You would have seen that very late. It was a very good effort as well. I think it was Kim Hocking, or was it maybe Lisa Flynn with the final effort. It was a brilliant shot, and it was good work inside the circle initially by Hocking. I think it was Flynn who had the final effort. Hocking doing all the build-up play. Lynch was very close to the action, made a very good save. Keep her team in it. Don't want to go 2-0 down in a game such as this. Nobbs now trying to create a little bit of space. Closed down by Nisa Flynn. Dispossessed. The Curtin fans don't like it. Coming forward, and she's taken her undervest off Renee Taylor. Desperation trying to get on the end there. That's what you want to see. Naomi Evans trying to get the touch. I said it is a strange day. I'm glad to say the grey clouds seem to have departed and the sun has come out. Well, Evans was determined to get there. She got there as well. She's inching towards goal, and well, they'll be frustrated because that went in. The whistle going just before, and the penalty corner being awarded. Although I do think that Rach Lynch was aware that the whistle had gone, because I think she would have maybe had a more concerted effort to stop that one. So making her way to the baseline again is Bryony Clark. Renee Taylor again at the first battery. Stopping for her is Gemma Green. Will they go to Taylor, or will they go to Bone at the second? Go to Bone again. Looking for the deflection again, just overrunning it was Kim Hocking. I can certainly see that Melville have spent a lot of time working on their penalty corner routines to try and work the variations and get tip-ins at both the front and back post. Storer put under pressure, and that pressure pays dividends as she plays the ball over the sideline. Bone, and her pass is intercepted well by Burns. But look at the tenacity of the Melville players. Nisa Flynn again winning another free hit. Bone takes it quickly. Just got her angles wrong as she tried to play that one to the back post. Went out over the baseline much, much earlier than she would have liked. Kate Denning being followed all the way. Really determined defence coming from Sinead Wardrop. Denning again. Storer thought about going square, but there were two players marking Kate Denning. In the end went backwards. Carried forward this time now by Sophie Johnston. Johnston pushing it into the gap, but it was just too far ahead again. Unfortunately, not able to get under the end of that one was Iona Patton. Bit of space for Melville to be able to play out of defence. Porter over the halfway. That was well cut out, but over the side it goes this time from Kirsty Denning, sister of Kate. It's a good ball into the circle, creating some space. Lynch, brilliant tackle. Absolutely superb to take away from Kim Hocking. And Hocking's face says it all. A little bit of a grimace, but when you're up against the FIH is goalkeeper of the year for 2019, you've got to be at your very best. Stolen away. That's great work again from Chelsea Turner. Turner still going. Good touch though in the end, taking it away by Amy Clark, but Turner wins it back. Denning. So almost 5 minutes gone in the second quarter. Melville still leading by that 1-0 to 0. Into the corner. So free hit. One just outside the circle. Caitlin Nobbs takes it back, makes sure it goes the 5 meters. Played it, I thought, into the foot, not given. And certainly the umpire was better placed to be able to judge that. And what a run from defence from Nisa Flynn. And she has caught the defence napping just with that burst of pace. Tries to lay it back. If she scores this, she deserves it. Oh my word! What a goal that is! An incredible run from Nisa Flynn. And then she managed to get on the end of it and beat Rachel Lynch. Well, that is an outstanding goal. Well, that makes it 2-0 now to Melville. But what a goal. Well, that'll be a goal to remember at the end of the season, certainly. That was just sheer determination. And if Melville do get into the finals mix at the end of the season, no doubt they will be very, very thankful to that goal, because that could make a huge difference if they can hang on and get the victory today. It's still a long, long way to go, though. 38 minutes left in the match. And Curtin, a very experienced team, as I mentioned. Taylor trying to play it down the line. Nobbs over the side. Just calming things down is Erin Hall. Erin Hall, who used to be with Fremantle many years ago, was the top scorer for them in 2008. Van der Schwan brings it down brilliantly. Advances into the circle. Towards goal, lays it square. It's another goal. This time it's finished off by Naomi Evans. And it is 3-0 to Melville. Well, this is a real turn up for the books. Now, 2 goals within 2 minutes. And Melville have taken control of this match. Good work that time by Van der Schwan. Should give credit, though, too, to Erin Hall, whose pass found Van der Schwan, because she was the one who said, calm it down. We didn't need to hurry it. And it paid dividends. Nobbs now trying to get her team back in this match. Good defence inside the circle. Desperate defence as well, as it just comes off the foot of Chilela. So free hit goes Melville's way. Melville coming out from defence again. Good pressure that time from Chilela, forcing the ball back into the defensive line. And Pillay coming together there with Sophie Johnston. That was the long or the tall and the short, I suppose you'd call it. Sophie Johnston, tall young lady. Sachet Pillay a little bit shorter. Bone will collect that. Real determination to make the ball Melville's. Plays it into the circle. And unfortunately for Evans, just caught either, I think it caught a foot. Just was waiting for the signal from the umpire. No complaints though. Johnston dispossessed by Pillay. Pillay is going to get the free hit. And it just seems as if Curtin are a little bit rocked by those 2 quick goals. Just have lost their composure in the last couple of minutes. Porter played it out wide, and trying to play that down the line again was Erin Hall. Porter again now to Eddie Bone. Pillay will receive it in the corner, turns well, gets past one, and gets the free hit just outside the circle again. So Melville, as we approach the final 5 minutes of the second quarter, looking for a 4th goal. Nobbs, though, playing it out of defence, wins a free hit. Eddie Bone removes the second ball from the pitch, but just waited till her defensive numbers were back. It's given away again. Bone looking to speed things along. Finds Renee Taylor. Taylor skips past one. Slips the ball this time to Clark. Amy Clark into the circle it goes, but free hit Curtin. Kate Denning now, a little bit of space for her. Going to be closed down quickly as she cut infield, but that was good. Played it onto the foot. Wardrop just couldn't get her foot out of the way in time. Renee Taylor finds Wardrop this time. Wardrop thought about it and she's put too much pace on that for Pillay. And Kate Denning, well, was waiting for the ball to come to her, and Renee Taylor almost nipping ahead to get that away from her. If you look in this quarter, Jocelyn Bartram has had very little to do in the goal for Melville. She might have something to do now as Nobbs bears down on the circle. Great tackle, edge of the circle from Eddie Bone. Stick flat on the ground, indoor style tackle. And now is this going to break for Nisa Flynn? She's quick, can she keep that in play? She should do, she does. Flynn lays it back, this time to Green. Green advances to the baseline, into the circle, looks to push it across goal. Lynch comes off her line, and it will be a long corner. Eddie Bone over the ball for Melville. Deflected into the circle. Pillay again making a pest of herself, gets it away from Storer. She's done very well inside the circle. Hocking. Another clearance. Kirsty Denning it was, I think, who got that one away. Storer. And the free hit taken quickly by Curtin. Down the side it goes. I'm sure that was... No, it wasn't. I thought it might have just taken a touch off the Melville stick. Erin Hall, I thought maybe it got a touch, but umpire again well placed. Taylor, that time just catching her heels as she brought it down. Played on quickly again, that time by Kirsty Denning, getting a little bit of urgency about the Curtin game. Bone trying to pull it away from Chelsea Turner. Turner gets a touch. Kept in play though by Melville. Sneyman plays it up the side and it will go all the way out for a 16. Kirsty Denning, bit of space for her, comes wide now. Iona Patton. Van der Schwan. Oh, and through the legs, good skills being shown there by Sarah Burns. Burns continues to go. Wins the free hit on halfway. Into the last 2 minutes of the first half. Melville City leading by 3-0 in a very important match if you look at the way the league table is going at the moment. Currently sitting 7th, the way the games have gone so far this weekend. This would lift them up into at least 4th. So the first goal scored late in the first quarter. Jade van der Schwan scoring, field goal. And the rebound from a save from Rach Lynch came back to her. Anissa Flynn with a truly magnificent goal where she just ran from deep inside her own half as the ball was played forward, outpaced the defence, and then managed to cut infield and beat Rach Lynch. And then Naomi Evans adding the third after good work again, this time from Van der Schwan. It's been a real team effort by Melville. They've just harried and hassled Curtin and maybe just thrown them off their game a little bit in this first half. So it'll be interesting to see what's said at half time and whether Curtin can regroup. Last 30 seconds or so. Melville happy to keep possession. Over the side it goes. Will Curtin get time for one last attack? No, I don't think they will. And just played into the field of play as the hooter goes, and that is the end of the first half. And it is a rather shell-shocked Curtin who make their way over to the dugout, but no doubt a very happy Melville City, because they have got the lead in this match, and a fairly healthy lead at this point in the game. As we go into half-time, it's Curtin University 0, Melville City 3. Welcome back to the Perth Hockey Stadium, and you can see that is the construction site alongside the hockey stadium where we're getting the loud noise coming from. We hope you're enjoying the game. It's been an absolute thriller. Not quite such a good game if you're a Curtin University supporter, and I should just mention, because I've just been told I missed one of the family members for Caitlin Nobbs, and that's her dad, Michael Nobbs, who's watching in Sydney, so she's certainly got her support around the world. But this is a great performance so far by Melville. If you look over the last 3 years, they've had some fair old tussles, but it's been tended to be Curtin that have been victorious in those games, although Melville did win 3-2 in 2018, and they also happened to pick up a victory way back in May 2017 by the same score. Otherwise, it's been victories for Curtin University. And just to give you an idea, Curtin have scored 17 goals in those 6 games, Melville just 9. So this is turning it around. The big question now is, can they hang on? There's no doubt that Curtin are missing the presence of Penny Squibb. Chantal Chilella wearing the captain's armband. Can she be the spark for a recovery? Whistle goes, and the third quarter in the second half underway. I'm sure Rach Lynch in goal for Curtin will be hoping that Jocelyn Bartram sees a little bit more action in the second half. Nobbs again, just surrounded 2 players closing her down. Does very well to create some space and does well to get past Wardrop. That was superb from Caitlin Nobbs. Now a chance to come forward for Sarah Burns. Burns has given herself a little bit of space, but Bone coming back to close her down. And just showed too much of the ball, and that was too easy in the end for an experienced player like Eddie Bone. Eddie Bone, of course, played her 200th game for the Hockeyroos in Sydney in the FIH Pro League earlier this year, which is a remarkable achievement when you think she didn't make a debut until she was 25 years of age. So she's been very consistent, had a spell out with an injury. I think it was that spell that actually showed how media friendly she was and what a great sense of humour she had. And Bone is going to steal that ball away from Kate Denning, but misdirected pass. Curtin need to take advantage of mistakes like that. Nobbs making herself available, played down the line. Kate Denning going all the way, tries to cut infield, creates a bit of space for herself, looking to play it into the circle, and it just went off the Melville defender's stick, took it away from Rebecca Reville. So it'll be a long corner. Caitlin Nobbs going to be told to move it directly opposite where it went out of play. Iona Patton looks to try and get it in the circle, but another free hit played on quickly by Chilella. Chilella weaving one way, then the other. Into the circle she goes. Lays it back, and that was into the shin pads. First penalty corner of the match for Curtin, and they've had to wait a long time. They've had to wait 33 minutes for their first penalty corner. But without Penny Squibb, who's often one of their threats from penalty corners, it'll be interesting to see how they can go today. They do have, of course, though, Blair Beard. Although just looking down there, she's not on the pitch at the moment. So Kate Denning and Caitlin Nobbs lining up at the top of the circle. Caitlin Nobbs, not a renowned goal scorer. Comes out, good trap. Nobbs, Bone, blocks. But it will be another penalty corner as it came off her foot and then ricocheted up onto her stick. Now Caitlin Nobbs, 82 caps for the Hockeyroos, 4 goals. So not many goals at international level. Only 1 so far this season in the competition. Comes to Nobbs, goes back to Kate Denning. Denning tries to shoot, goes to the back post. And it was missed by her sister, Kirsty, who'd taken up a really good position. So almost paid dividends for Curtin. And it is a game of millimetres. Just wonder whether that goal would have lifted them and we would have seen a comeback. They're still got the ball, trying to create at the moment as it comes to Burns again. Burns forced wide and eventually goes over the side after good work by Renee Taylor. Taylor goes surging forward. Ball thrown into space ahead of her. It should come to Pillay, but well intercepted that time by Johnston. And Johnston will get the free hit. So Patton goes infield to Nobbs. Asked a lot of Nobbs, but Nobbs has done well. Pulling away from Renee Taylor, taking on Eddie Bone now. Bone goes with it. Has to hold up. Goes wide now. Burns has the ball. Slides it forward, looking for Chilella. Chilella impeded at the edge of the circle that time by Erin Hall. So Curtin with a free hit just outside the circle. Ball must travel the 5 metres. It does to Kate Denning. She slides it in. Bone gets a touch, and this time it's Chilella who's penalised. So a better start to the second half by Curtin. They need to maintain it. It will also be a big test for Melville's mental reserves if they can hang on and hold on to this lead and not concede. Once again, like to thank the Department of Local Government, Sport and Cultural Industries, who are pleased to be involved with Hockey WA and hockey at all levels, for their support of the sport here in Western Australia. Good work again, and a lovely steal that time coming from Hocking. Hocking concedes the free hit, and well, that will be another free hit because Amy Clark just coming into that space, not retreating when the free hit was given. Kate Denning having to really work hard to keep possession. Nobbs played it straight into the stick of Renee Taylor. Taylor's got it. Nobbs fighting back, fighting again, and free hit going Renee Taylor's way. Nobbs thought it was her free hit. And that's actually good umpiring because there was a huge advantage. Nobbs thought it was her free hit, so stopped, and Taylor played on. And I must admit, you don't like to see players gain an advantage in that situation where they genuinely believe it was their free hit. Chilella was lurking. Bryony Clark had to make sure she got that ball cleanly. Chantal Chilella, you cannot take your eyes off her because she'll pop up and score at any point. Jocelyn Bartron, I'm sure, is well aware of that. Nisa Flynn now cuts infield, already has one great goal to her name, to the baseline, looks to lay it back, wins a penalty corner. Looked like she was just looking for the foot, and she found it. So while we're waiting for the penalty corner, I'd just like to acknowledge again Normandy Foods, makers of gourmet provisions and platter essentials, handcrafted in Western Australia. Motive Travel, independently owned with 45 years of specialised travel experience. Just Hockey, the #1 hockey store in Australia. Curtin University, making tomorrow better. So Renee Taylor at the first battery, Eddie Bone at the second. Comes to Bone, low, looking for the deflection. It came up off the foot of Blair Beard, over the crossbar. So 5th penalty corner for Melville. Rach Lynch sideways on as the ball is played in. Still goes to Bone. Flicks low, deflection, and it hit Chilella on the goal line. And a penalty stroke has been awarded. There's a little bit of a question, I think, Chilella, whether she felt she was outside the line of the goal. So the stroke is going to stay. And Eddie Bone steps forward to try and make it 4-0 to Melville. Bone versus Lynch. Good friends normally off the pitch. So Rach Lynch, can she prevent her Hockey Roos teammate making it 4? Whistle goes, and Bone sends her the wrong way. And it is 4-0 now to Melville. And you feel that will be an unassailable lead. Very unfortunate for Chilella. She was behind Rach Lynch and stopped the ball going into the goal according to the umpires. I think she felt it was going wide, but it caught her on the body. So now a real Everest for Curtin to climb. Nobbs is certainly trying to get things going. Bone is tantalising Chilala and Denning, showing them the ball and then just taking it away from them. Van der Schwan. Good acceleration from her again. Finds Pillay. Lovely turn from Pillay, leaving Johnston wondering where she'd gone. It's a long corner to Melville. And that'll be another one. Coming into this match, Melville had 9 goal scorers in the season. Curtin just 6, which is showing really as it comes in. Good save again from Lynch. Just cleared to the top of the circle. Wardrop and the deflection just taking it wide, but it will be another long corner. Curtin 6 scorers with Squibb scoring 7, Chilala 6, showing how dependent they are on those 2 players. Good work from Nisa Flynn again. Flynn determined to get inside the circle, but this time the decision goes the way of Kirsty Denning. So it really means that someone's going to have to step up for Curtin to get them goals today, as Kate Denning now carries over halfway, chased by Renee Taylor, pulls away from Pillay, square to Nobbs. Nobbs, though, hassled by Wardrop. Nobbs, though, gets the free hit. Releases Denning quickly. Denning now with a little bit of space. Needs to get the ball into the circle. Good defence, edge of the circle from Renee Taylor. Pillay long arms it down the pitch, and it goes out around the 16-metre mark. So Curtin from the side. Storer. Talking to Tanya Storer the other week after the game, and she was saying she just loves playing. She's had 2 children, stopped, had another, went back to playing, then had another child and has come back to playing. So you talk about mothers getting back to the top level. That's a remarkable achievement. Credit to her. This is going to be interesting. A foot race on at the back now. Shot first time. Good save from Bartram. Sarah Burns did very well to take that first time, and Bartram with a good save. Was that the moment Curtin had to get back in the game? Just over the side again now, taken quickly. Pillay advances to halfway. Good defensive work though from Sophie Johnston. I got my goalkeepers mixed up in the first quarter. Apologies again for that. Jocelyn Bartram though, 51 caps, has been the understudy really with Ash Wells behind Rach Lynch, sharing the duties. But certainly has done her job today. She was, by all accounts, a very good water polo player in her younger days. Into the circle it goes. Another long corner for Melville. Amy Clark plays it forward, but well read by Nobbs. Oh dear. Nobbs picks herself off the turf, and yet a yellow card has been issued to Amy Clark. So that'll be Melville down to 10 for the last 5 minutes of this quarter, and 1 minute of the final quarter. Fiona Patton, stopped by Evans, continues, drills it towards the circle, well intercepted. Carried out of defence again by Erin Hall. So Melville, this will be the test with Curtin pressing in the last 3.5 minutes. keeping possession and edging up the field. Good work again by Kim Hocking. Kim Hocking, who started at Whitford's juniors back in 2014, was one of their junior fairest and best. And then she moved to Melville. Renee Taylor pushes it wide. No one at the back post inside the circle as it comes in. Ricochets away. And it's Burns who pushes it wide. Bryony Clark. Oh dear. So 2.5 minutes left in this third quarter. And Melville will be really buoyed by this performance. Caitlin Nobbs just trying to play that one into the path of Iona Patton, just caught her a little bit on her heels, and then she had a lot of ground to make up. Chilella trying to close down Bone, but she managed to get the ball wide to Erin Hall, down the line again. Deflected over the side. Wardrop, well, she's not, she's going to leave that one. Bit of a hush coming around the stadium. And Bone just getting her bearings off there, apologises to her teammates. Smile on the face of Bryony Clark. And Van der Schwan bravely jumping ahead of that one. Deflected off her stick. Blair Beard goes wide. Johnston. Nobbs now with space, needs some movement ahead of her. Kate Denning looks to cut infield and find a path towards the circle, but cut out by Renee Taylor. Taylor carries it forward. Great tackle, Nobbs on halfway. There's a good chance for Curtin now. They've got numbers. But Bone stepping ahead of Chilella, making sure the pass never found its mark. Nobbs will steal it back again for Curtin. Wardrop being a real pest, forcing Nobbs to play it backwards. Blair Beard scanning as she comes forward. Again, it's a well-directed pass towards Chilella. Chilella wins the free hit just on the edge of the circle. They need to get this ball moving because we are in the final 10 seconds of this third quarter. Beard will drive it in, but she played it into the turf, lifted it dangerously. And so that will be the end of the action for the third quarter. Just the one goal in that quarter, courtesy of a penalty stroke scored by Eddie Bone after Chilella was on the line at a penalty corner and the ball struck her body. So as we go into the final break, it's Curtin University 0, Melville City 4. Welcome back to the Perth Hockey Stadium. We're about to enter the final quarter in this match, round 9 match of the Women's Premier 1. And it is Melville City currently leading against Curtin University by 4 goals to 0. And it seems to me we keep getting messages now as to where people are watching and who's watching. We hear Rachel Lynch's mum is watching in Victoria, so my apologies again that I mixed her up in the first quarter. And Jocelyn Bartram's parents down in Albury are also tuning in, so great to hear everybody trying to catch some of the action from the Hockey WA Premier 1. I mentioned Jocelyn Bartram. I believe that she only went in goal as a youngster because she had a growth spurt and they didn't want her running because the strain it was going to put on, I think, shins usually and knees. So she went in goal and has never looked back. Well, she certainly made a couple of good saves today, but we're waiting for the final quarter to get underway. Is there a way back for Curtin? Can they beat Bartram 4 times in this final 15 minutes? Chilella over the ball. Kate Denning looking to feed that one through to Burns. Chilella gets the ball, looking for the run of Chelsea Turner. Burns, in the end, will get the ball back. Burns now gets the chance to go around the back of the defence towards the edge of the circle. Good defensive play in the end coming from Naomi Evans, and over the side it goes. Melville are going to have to concentrate in this last 15 minutes. And if you heard how close the Women's League table is, you know that goal difference could be a major factor when we get to deciding who is going to play in the finals this year and who isn't. Well, they're back to 11, Melville, bursting off the bench was Nisa Flint. She wasn't the player who got the card. It was actually Amy Clark, but Nisa Flynn coming on as the substitute for the carded player. It's going to be Melville ball just inside their own half. As I mentioned, this will lift them from 7th place on the ladder at the moment into 4th on 14 points behind Wasps on 15, Wolves on 16. Vic Park still a long way ahead on 25 points. Kate Denning now caught the shins there, that time of Joe Sneyman. So another free hit to Curtin just outside the circle. Chilella comes to the edge. Ball though played all the way back to Patton. And Nisa Flynn again putting a stick on the line and her body in a good position. It's Curtin ball though. Breaking forward again is Burns. Burns being pursued all of the way by Naomi Evans. Free hit conceded. Curtin still trying to find a way into the circle. Eddie Bone throws the ball to the air as we can spot the grey clouds over the far side of the pitch. Hopefully they circle around the stadium. Nobbs carries it forward. Edge of the circle, can she get the shot away? Tumbling, and the penalty corner is won by Caitlin Nobbs. The 3rd for Curtin in this match. And is this their first chance to get a goal? Just wonder if they get one, whether they'll be able to find any more. Jocelyn Bartram looking very relaxed, talking to her defenders through the net. Caitlin Nobbs makes her way to the baseline. Blair Beard is on for this one, so that's good news if you're a Curtin fan. Kate Denning doing the stopping. Defence all inside the goal. Whistle goes. And it's gone wide from Blair Beard. It seemed as if Kate Denning had to move a little bit too far to stop that one, and Blair Beard had to adjust her feet to get the angle to get a shot away. Eddie Bone will try and eat up as many seconds, I'm sure, in this last quarter. Use all her experience. Pillay again. Wonderful receive for such a young player. can clearly see that she has talent. Must admit, I've enjoyed her first touch throughout the game today. Good lesson for everyone. If you can get a good first touch, it opens up your options as to what you do with the second touch. Kirsty Denning to Blair Beard. Beard again looking at what's available. Sarah Burns trying to cut infield, but it was good teamwork between Gemma Green and Kim Hocking. That sees Melville with the ball again. Green plays it square on halfway. Curtin back with the ball though. Got a feeling they might sneak one before the game is up, but mopping up at the back again. Eddie Bone, Chilella wins a free hit, advances on her own. Chilella into the circle, tries a shot on an angle, and it's good defensive work in the end from Bryony Clark. Stick right by her foot, managing to deflect it away and then clear the danger. Good work again from Green. Green in turn releasing the ball to Amy Clark. Evans helping it down the line to Pillay. Pillay in the corner. In a tussle there, and it comes off her foot. So as we enter the final 10 minutes, Curtin still trying to find their first goal of the match. And Melville, I think they would have taken a 1-0. 4-0 has been a real result for them. But they've been worth it. They've played superbly today. Caitlin Nobbs comes wide now again to Sophie Johnston. Good defensive play from Jo Sneyman. Looking to play on quickly. Knocking that one and trying to get ahead was Maddie Smith-Gander. Van der Schwan tries a shot on the reverse, and Lynch had that covered. Given away again cheaply by Curtin. Eddie Bone looking what's available, being closed down, but good stick work sees her get away from the defenders. Wardrop, strong tackle from Kirsty Denning. Another long corner to Melville. Melville moving the width, and looking for the deflection was Evans, and it wasn't too far away. Certainly it made everybody in the main stand just hold their breath for a split second to see if it did sneak in at the far post of Rach Lynch's goal. And given away again. Naomi Evans brings it forward, looking to play that square to Hocking. Well, it wasn't really square, it was more probably on a 15-degree angle. Johnston hit it forward, but it's intercepted by Porter. Porter gives it to Bone. Kirsty Denning again cleaning up. Lisa Flynn buzzing around and being a pest. Kate Denning, she's closed down this time by Amy Clark. Johnston again, beats one. This time it's Wardrop who gets the ball and takes a tumble, trying to bring it under control. Just caught the foot though of the Curtin player. And unfortunately that one not brought under control by Maddie Smith-Gander, and over the baseline it goes. Maddie Smith-Gander, who was a junior with Lions and had a short spell with Alder Quinions, or Reds as they're fondly known. Johnston from the side. Curtin running out of time. They're looking for just a consolation now. Kate Denning played it into Wardrop. In fact, it's a Melville free hit. And hopefully Kate Denning is not injured. But she just gave the signal she wanted to come off. Melville continuing to try and find a way forward. Good pass into the circle, kept in play by Van der Schwan. Good defense though. Nobbs again didn't panic. Chelsea Turner carries it up. Chelsea Turner looking as she goes, just too far ahead, unfortunately, into the path of Jessica Covino. Well, there's certainly some exciting young talent. Turner is one player. Pillay we've seen for Melville. Turner, though, I believe, is a wonderful heptathlete and also a very useful javelin thrower. Hopefully she won't be lost to hockey, though. Kirsty Denning ricochets onto her foot. So Melville get another chance to go on the attack. The ball now with Amy Clark. Takes a touch, tries to push it. I'm not sure who she was trying to play that into the path of, but it's going to be a 16 to Curtin. Nobbs. Bone. In the end, just too strong for Reville. Wardrop. Gemma Green. And now Erin Hall using the width again well. Trying to find a way around the back door is Amy Clark. Kirsty Denning shuts that door. Nobbs, good receive in turn, but Wardrop giving chase as she has all game, gets a stick on it. And it's just caught the foot of Caitlin Nobbs, but really she's been given little space all day. Melville have made sure that they snuffed out the danger. Green down into the corner for Melville. Just over 3.5 minutes left. Hocking almost got inside the circle. Green keeps it in play. And it draws the foul. So Melville with another chance to get inside the circle and create another scoring opportunity. Bone, short pass to Green. Green turns away. Into the circle goes Green along the baseline. It's gone over the baseline, but it's going to be a 16. Last touch off her stick. Once again, we apologize for the banging, but the construction going on here is where that noise is coming from. Nothing we can do about that. So just over 2.5 minutes left. Melville assured of a victory that's going to lift them into the top 4 with a very polished performance today. I'm sure they're very happy that they've got Renee Taylor back in their lineup. She wasn't here initially in the season. Chelsea Turner again gets a little bit of space for herself. Accelerates forward, looking to be closed down. She's still going to go there, but Eddie Bone just gets ahead of her and doesn't allow her to get any touch on the ball before it crossed the baseline. Bone again throwing the ball into space, looking for Hocking. Hocking will get that under control. She's got Beard ahead of her. Hocking towards the baseline, just cuts back. Pulls away from Beard. Beard got a touch in the end, and has that gone off the stick? In fact, it has gone off the stick of Hocking. So Blair Beard now from the side. Good running again coming from Sarah Burns. As the rain starts to fall here, those grey clouds have moved overhead. And over the baseline it goes. It will be a long corner though to Melville. Eddie Bone calling for the ball. Comes forward now with Bryony Clark. Ooh, dear me. Played that again into the turf and lifted it dangerously. As the sun is battling with the rain clouds at the moment. So maybe we'll get a rainbow right on the end of the pitch, because it's been a pot of gold today for Melville. Jumping 3 places from 7th they were at the start of play today, and they're going to move into 4th on the league ladder. But it is still going to be extremely close, so wherever you are, make sure you stay tuned and catch all of the action. We will be streaming a lot of games through the month of September into the lead up to the finals. We have a game every single week and a few midweek games as well. Curtin University today outplayed by Melville City. Melville got off to the perfect start when Van der Zwaan gave them the lead at the end of the first quarter. And then Nisa Flynn with a brilliant solo goal in the 20th minute made it 2-0. 2 minutes later, Naomi Evans made it 3-0. And then a penalty stroke in the third quarter put home by Eddie Bone made it 4-0, and there was no way back for Curtin. That win meaning Melville moved from 7th place up into 4th place on the league ladder. The final score here, Curtin University 0, Melville City 4.